Welcome back to the feud, everybody. Mpewu family won the game.
Yeah!
And now it's time to play. All right, Muzi, this is how fast money works. Your teammate is off stage. He can't see or hear your answers. I'm gonna ask you 5 questions in 20 seconds. If you can't think of something, you just say pass. If we have enough time, we'll get back to it. Then if you and your teammate come up with 200 points, look right there, tell everybody what you're gonna win for your charity.
75 Scotto.
75 score. 75 score. Just like that. You ready?
Yeah, I am.
20 seconds on the clock, please. Clock will start after I read the first question. Apart from a car, name a mode of transport people use on holiday.
A yacht.
A country that starts with the letter M.
Mauritius.
Something added to a green smoothie.
Moringa.
Something you see at a bank.
Pardon?
Something you see at a bank.
Money.
Something that leaks.
Water.
All right, Muzi, let's see how we did, man. All right, here we go. Apart from a car, name a mode of transport people use on holiday. You said a yacht, survey said. A country that starts with the letter M. You said Mauritius. That's where everybody's money at. Survey said something added to a green smoothie. You said moringa. Survey said something you see at a bank. You said money. Survey said yeah. Something that leaks. You said water. Survey said that's good. I like that. Light on your toes. Got that athletic bounce. Pronounce your name for me, man.
Kaniso.
Kainiso.
That is the one, Mr. Haitao.
Kainiso.
Kainis.
Got a cool name. I like that. But glad you're here. Now we got some work to do. Muzi got 63 points. You need 137 to win. Very doable. Still very doable.
Super doable.
You're gonna work a lot. You're gonna make a lot of money for this charity. All we gotta do is focus. I'm gonna ask you the same 5 questions. You cannot duplicate the answers. If you do, you're gonna hear this sound. I'm gonna say try again. You give me another answer. Gonna be a little bit tougher this time, so we'll give you 25 seconds. You ready?
All right.
All right, let's remind everybody of Muzi's answers. 25 seconds on the clock, please. Clock will start after I read the first question. Apart from a car, name a mode of transport people use on holiday.
Bus.
A country that starts with the letter M.
Morocco.
Something added to a green smoothie.
Cucumber.
Something you see at a bank.
Money.
Try again.
Deposit slips.
Something that leaks.
Water. Tap.
All right, let's see how we did, man. All right, here we go. We need 137 points. Apart from a car, name a mode of transport people use on holiday. You said bus. Survey said airplane was the #1 answer. We need 111. A country that starts with the letter M. You said Morocco. Survey said Mozambique. Mozambique was #1.
Yeah.
Something added to a green smoothie. You said cucumber. Survey said spinach. Spinach was the #1 answer. Something you see at a bank. You said deposit slips. Survey said money. Money was the #1 answer. Something that leaks. You said tap. Survey said? Wow, tap. Tap was the #1 answer. Well, Mbewu, you scored 155 points, so we're gonna triple that, add it to your earlier score. You're gonna walk out of here for your charity with a grand total of 40,400 Rand. Great job. I'm Steve Harvey. We'll see you next time. Welcome back to the feud, everybody. The Niadro family won the game. And now it's time to play. All right, Felix, this is the way fast money works. Justice is off stage. He can't see or hear any of your answers. I'm gonna ask you 5 questions in 20 seconds. If you can't think of something, you just say pass. If we have enough time left, I'll get back to it. Then if you and Justice together come up with 200 points, tell everybody what you're gonna win.
$5,000!
Felix, this is $5,000. This is $10,000. It's too many fingers. You $5,000? No, that's 10, Felix. Don't be trying to get an extra 5. But I hope you win it, man, so let's go. You ready?
Yeah.
20 seconds on the clock, please. Clock will start after I read the first question. What color underwear would a single guy wear on a date?
Red.
Name a part of a fish.
Scales.
Something you would find on a private island.
Beach.
A place where people lower their voice.
Cinema.
Something that could hurt your big toe.
Stone.
All right, let's go, turn around. All right, let's see how we did. What color underwear would a single guy wear on a date? You said red. Okay, player, I see you. Yeah. Where you get them red drawers at, dog? Hey, they got some red, they selling red underwear in Ghana. I ain't never had no red drawers before. That's gonna be slick. Survey said? Name a part of a fish. You said scale. Survey said something you would find on a private island. You said the beach. Survey said a place where people lower their voice. You said cinema. Survey said something that could hurt your big toe. You said stone. Survey said, oh, look at that. All right, let's go. Come on, Justice. My man,
Steve.
My man, boy.
Yo.
You don't know, when I found out you was a taxi driver, but you made my whole day.
Thank you.
I'm gonna come ride with you one day.
No problem, bro.
I'm riding with you.
No
man.
problem.
But can I sit by the door?
You could sit anywhere.
Yeah. Man, Felix got 70 points.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You need 130.
That's easy.
But it's doable. Come on, man, that's what I'm talking about. That's the attitude. I like that, man. I like that attitude. Positive attitude. If you win this money, man, $5,000, man.
Good money.
Yeah, that's good money. I don't care who you are. $5,000 is good money. This US. Dollars. Spend my whole life trying to get money. I'm gonna ask you the same 5 questions. You cannot duplicate the answers. If you do, you're gonna hear this sound. I'm gonna say try again, you give me another answer. It's gonna be a little bit tougher this time, so we give you 25 seconds. You ready?
Sure.
All right, let's remind everybody of Felix's answers. 25 seconds on the clock, please. Clock will start after I read the first question.
That's fine.
What color underwear would a single guy wear on a date?
White.
Name a part of a fish.
The tail.
Something you would find on a private island.
Coconut.
A place where people lower their voice.
Church.
Something that could hurt your big toe.
A needle.
All right, let's go, Justin. Let's see what we got, baby. Come on. We need 130 points. What color underwear would a single guy wear on a date? You said white. Survey said, yeah, man, there we go. White. White was the #1 answer. We need 99 points. Name a part of a fish. You said the tail. Survey said fins. Fins was the #1 answer. 88 away. Name something you would find on a private island. You said, I like the coconuts. Survey said, boat. Boat was #1.
Okay.
Boat. We need a big one. A place where people lower their voice. You said, church. Survey said, yes. Exam hall was #1. We need a lot, man. Something that could hurt your big toe. You said, a needle. Survey said, stone. Stone was #1. That's okay. Well, you scored 135 points, so we're gonna triple that, add it to your earlier score. Your family walks out of here with $3,780 bucks. I'm Steve Harvey. We'll see you next time, folks. Welcome back to the feud, everybody. The Keith family won the game. And now it's time to play. Yeah. All right, here's how fast money works. Candace, Jason is off stage where he can't see or hear your answers. I'm gonna ask you 5 questions in 20 seconds. Try to give me the most popular answers. If you can't think of something, you just say pass. We have enough time left, we'll get back to it. If you and Jason together come over 200 points, look right there, tell them what you're gonna win.
75,000 rand.
75,000. Ready?
As ready as I'm gonna be.
Okay, good. 20 seconds on the clock, please. Clock will start after I read the first question. Here we go. Name a room at home where people might forget their spectacles.
The lounge.
Something you clean after using it.
The toilet.
Something a billionaire would buy.
A Lamborghini.
An animal that moves slowly.
A sloth.
Something you can balance on your ears.
On your ears. Pixie ears? That's so random.
All right, let's go, come on. All right, darling, here we go. Name a room at home where people might forget their spectacles. You said the lounge, survey said.
Okay.
Something you clean after using it. You said the toilet. I usually just flush and walk off.
So that's cleaning it.
Oh, that's cleaning it?
Yeah,
Okay.
right?
Survey said?
That's cleaning it. You're not gonna leave it in there.
That's because you're the domestic engineer.
Exactly. That's
You're
how my
the
brain works.
domestic executive.
You see?
You
I
thought
gotta
of
do
that.
this after my kids.
See, I didn't
I gotta
even
go
know
for that.
that. I thought flushing it was just walk off. She said, that's cleaning it. I didn't know that. Now I'm gonna tell my wife I've been helping clean the bathroom.
Not if it flushes itself, though. Which is probably like your toilet, right?
Yeah, I've got the automatic
Yeah, exactly.
flush.
We don't have that. Sorry.
And the one that lets the seat up and down automatically.
No, that's why I'm here.
So my wife
I
don't
need this
cuss
money
me
to
out for
get
leaving
that.
the seat up.
Okay.
So when I walk off, 20 seconds later, it lowers automatically. Yeah. Something a billionaire would buy. You said, a Lambo, survey said.
Yeah. What did you buy?
Well, before you're a billionaire, you will probably have all the cars you've ever wanted.
Yeah.
If you make 20 million a year, you have pretty much every car you want.
Okay.
So you don't have to be a billionaire, but guess what? That was one heck of a good answer, though. I'll tell you that.
I'll take it.
An animal that moves slowly. You said a sloth. Survey said?
Oh!
Okay. Something you balance on your ears. Here's the one right here. Here we go. Something you balance on your ears. You said, woo! Them pixies, baby. Survey said. That's okay. You did good, though. All right, Jason, let's go. All right, Jason, good, man. Good. How you feeling?
Good, good,
Okay,
good.
I want you all to win
Great.
this money now. All right, now, Candace got 81 points. That means you need 119. This is very doable. Very, very doable. Okay? This is how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna ask you the same 5 questions. You cannot duplicate her answers. If you do, you're gonna hear this sound. I'm gonna say try again, and you give me another answer. It's gonna be a little bit tougher this time, so we can give you 25 seconds.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, good. Let's remind everybody of Candace's answers. 25 seconds on the clock, please. Clock will start after I read the first question. Name a room at home where people might forget their spectacles.
Bedroom.
Something you clean after using it.
Cloth.
Something a billionaire would buy.
Watch.
An animal that moves slowly.
A tortoise.
Something you can balance on your ears.
Spectacles.
Come on, boy. Let's start at this, man. Come on, man. All right, Jason, let's go. All right, here we go. We need 119 for 75,000 Rand. Let's see. Name a room at home where people might forget their spectacles. You said in the bedroom. Survey said bathroom. The bathroom was number 1. Something you clean after using it. You said cloth. Survey said.
It's all right, son.
Plates. Plates was number 1. Come on, man, we gotta pick it up. We need 109. Something a billionaire would buy. You said a watch. Jay-Z bought a watch, $3 million. Oof. Yes, US. You know why? Because he's a billionaire. Survey said? Car, a luxury car was number 1. An animal that moves slowly, you said tortoise. Survey said, boom, that's a good one. Tortoise was number 1. Something you can balance on your ears. You said glasses, spectacles. Survey said, spectacles, glasses was number 1. The last 2 was number 1. He'd have got any other one. Well, I'm sorry about that, but we're gonna triple your points. You're walking away with 45,400 Rand. I'm Steve Harvey. We'll see you next time. Welcome back to the feud, everybody. The CT family won the game. And now it's time to play. All right, now, Colette, this is how fast money works. Colleen is off stage. She can't see or hear any of your answers. I'm gonna ask you 5 questions in 20 seconds. If you can't think of something, you just say pass. If we got time, we'll get back to it. If you and Colleen together come up with 200 points, look right there. Tell everybody what you're gonna win.
50,000 Bula!
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
20 seconds on the clock, please. Time doesn't start until I finish asking the first question. Give me one word you might say when someone asks, how are you?
Fine.
Something that makes you sweat.
Hot weather.
Something in a bathroom that might be white.
Toilet paper.
Something you usually find in a wallet.
Money.
An item of clothing you always lose.
Your pennies.
Your panties.
I had to say something.
You always lose your panties. What's happening, Colette? Everything all right, baby?
No, I actually don't.
Well, that's what you said. I said item clothing you always lose. You said your panties. I went, well, damn.
Quick thinking.
But what are you doing? Now, your father over there, he done heard this. And what is you doing with your panties? You turn around here. Stop saying stuff like that. You on TV. Sit up here telling people you just done lost your panties. How you lose your panties?
No.
You stop it. Trying to straighten this out. Just sound like a crazy person. Give me one word you might say when someone asks, how are you? You said, fine. Survey said, that's a good one. Something that makes you sweat, you said, hot weather. Survey said, something in a bathroom that might be white, you said, toilet paper. Survey said, something you usually find in a wallet, you said, money. Survey said, oh yeah. An item of clothing you always lose. I want you to see how this looks. Hold your head up. You said, your panties. Survey said, Colleen.
Hey, Mr. Steve.
We have a chance here.
We do.
We have a chance at winning this money.
Okay.
I'm telling you we do.
Okay.
Now your sister Colette, she got 108 points. You need 92 points to win the jackpot of 50,000 pula. But I need you to focus now, because 92 in the second position, you got to focus.
Yes,
please. I'm going to ask you the exact same 5 questions. You cannot duplicate the answers. If you do, you're going to hear this sound. I'm going to say try again. You give me another answer. It's going to be a little bit tougher this time, so we're going to give you 25 seconds. All right?
Yep.
All right, let's remind everybody of Colette's answers. 25 seconds on the clock, please. Time will start when I finish asking the first question. Give me one word you might say when someone asks, how are you?
I'm fine.
Try again.
I'm well.
Something that makes you sweat.
Exercise.
Something in a bathroom that might be white.
Tiles.
Something you usually find in a wallet.
Money.
Try again.
Cards.
An item of clothing you always lose.
Your underpants. I don't know why you lose them.
Can't say underpants.
Yes, okay.
Because believe it or not, that's what she said. Your father is going to talk with both of you. An item of clothing you always lose.
Socks.
Give me one word you might say when someone asks, how are you? You said, I'm well. Survey said?
It's okay.
Number one answer was good.
Oh,
good.
I'm good.
Something that makes you sweat. You said, exercise. Survey said, running and jogging was the number one answer. Something in a bathroom that might be white. You said, tiles. Survey said?
Oh, no.
Towel. Towels were number one. Something you usually find in a wallet. You said, cards. Survey said, oh. Money and cash was the number one answer. We need a big one. We need 35 points for 50,000 pula. An item of clothing you always lose. You said Socks. Survey said socks was the #1 answer. Well, they did it. The CT family, that's 50,000 pull-up. But that, welcome back to the feud, everybody. The Mashinko family won the game. And now it's time to play. All right, Eddie, here's how fast money works. Your brother's off stage. He can't see or hear your answers. I'm gonna ask you 5 questions in 20 seconds. If you can't think of something, you just say pass. We have enough time, we'll get back to it. And then you and your brother come up with 200 points. Tell everybody what you're gonna win.
75 grand.
75,000 rand. Yeah, all right, you ready?
I'm ready.
20 seconds on the clock, please. Clock will start after I read the first question. Name a place where you might sit on an adjustable chair.
Hospital.
Something that's unpleasant when it's blocked.
Road.
A job in the music industry.
Lighting.
Another word for weird. Something you eat that's red.
Tomato.
Yeah. All right, let's see how we did. All right, here we go. Name a place where you might sit on an adjustable chair. You said the hospital. Survey said something that's unpleasant when it's blocked. You said a road. Survey said okay, that was a good answer. I like that answer. A job in the music industry. You said lighting. Survey said okay, we're struggling a little bit here. Another word for weird. Passed. You're gonna be all right. Something you eat that's red. You said tomato. Give us 180 points for this. Survey said all right, there we go. We all right, come on. T?
Yes, sir.
Me and you, man, you my favorite, boy, but I got some. Your big brother just left. Now, it's gonna seem like he ain't been out here.
Impossible.
Yo.
Can't be.
It could happen. You could win this. But I need for you to give me every #1 answer on that board. Yeah. And you still have a chance at 75,000 rand. I'm not even gonna tell you how many points you need, and I'm not gonna tell you how many he got. I'm just gonna say, T, focus, let's talk about it. Let's put our hearts and minds in this thing, and let's win this money, man. Come on, man. All right, let's go. I'm gonna ask you the same 5 questions. Ain't no way in the world you're gonna duplicate these answers. If you do, you'll hear this sound. You will never hear that sound. It's wide open. You can say damn near anything and you won't hear that sound. I'm gonna ask you for another answer, you give me another answer. It's gonna be a little bit tougher this time, we're gonna give you 25 seconds. Are you ready?
Ready, sir.
Let's remind everybody of Eddie's answer. "25 seconds on the clock, please. Clock will start after I read the first question. Name a place where you might sit on an adjustable chair.
Saloon.
Something that's unpleasant when it's blocked.
Drain.
A job in the music industry.
Pass.
Another word for weird.
Strange.
Something you eat that's red.
Meat.
A job in the music industry.
Guitarist.
Well, let's turn around and see how you did. I couldn't wait to see his reaction when he saw what his brother did. But he big, you can't really say nothing. We need 174 points. Name a place where you might sit on an adjustable chair. You said the salon. Oh, that's a good answer. Survey said? Office. Office was number one. Something that's unpleasant when it's blocked. You said the drain. Oh, that's a good one. Survey said nose. Nose was number one. A job in the music industry. You said guitarist. Survey said producer. Producer was the number one answer. Another word for weird, you said strange. Survey said, yeah. Strange was the number one answer. Something you eat that is red, you said meat. Survey said strawberry. Strawberry was number one. Well, family, you scored 98 points. We're gonna add that to your earlier score. You're walking out of here with 38,950 Rand. I'm Steve Harvey, everybody. We'll see you next time.